you're looking for great date night options in Los Angeles, hit the subscribe button for a new episode every Tuesday on LA's Dining Scene. Welcome to Aftertaste, your source for honest reviews on LA's dining scene. I'm Vlad, a chef and cook with 15 years of experience. My journey in LA started working for Jose Andres at the SLS Hotel, before taking the helm of Petit Trois with Chef Ludo Lefebvre. Now, I'm a private chef. I love seeking out new dining experiences, especially with my partner Nicole, who loves to eat and cook as much as I do. Ever since we've met, we've loved going out to eat. On our podcast, we're bringing you our perspective on those experiences in the city of food that we love. So get ready to dig in and join us for your next meal. All right. Welcome back. We're here. Another episode, another fantastic meal out. We're going to talk about it. Cobi's.
Good date night.
Great date night. Usually we're just the two of us, but we had a couple that we went on a date with. So double date. We always order more than our table can fit.
Yeah.
Huge. We need to start telling people in advance, like when we're getting checked in, like, hey, we're going to order a lot. Don't give us the small table.
We've tried that. They don't believe us.
Well, then they make it their problem. That's their problem.
I mean, it's always their problem.
Until it's our problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, Cobi's. We heard about it on Instagram a bunch. They've had a Bib Gourmand for 3 years running, which is pretty great, especially in a dying neighborhood like Santa Monica. Feels like there's a restaurant closing every week in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
And everyone singing the same tune about why. Homelessness, crime, lack of business.
Well, they really ran the 3rd Street Promenade into the ground.
Yeah, and Cobi's is on Main Street, and I feel like the best restaurants in Santa Monica now are on Main Street. They're no longer in that like 3rd Street Promenade, Santa Monica proper area. It's all on Main Street. You have Pajoli on there. You have Crudo y Nudo. Cobi's 3 years in a row on the Michelin Bib Gourmand is pretty good.
Very good.
And I think Bib Gourmand's my favorite category on Michelin lately. You know you're going to get great tasting food. You're not really concerned about the service as much, and the price point is a little bit lower. And I think that's where they are their most accurate.
Yeah, and I also feel like they acknowledge some of the places and cuisines that like aren't their more traditional, stuffier kind of thing, like more interesting flavors. I feel like we find at Bib Gourmands.
I think that Michelin got a lot of crap for being racist and not including a lot of ethnic cooking, so they created this category called Bib Gourmands to include those places that are at a lower price point, but the food was stellar, but you're not quite fancy enough to get a star. So I want to support those restaurants more so than the 2-star Michelin restaurants.
Well, it's also like, if you get on the Bib Gourmand and you are a low price point or even a medium, that means your food is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, because there are so many places in every city that's at those price points that, you know, it could be any of them, but like, it's specifically that one is the best of this price point.
Yeah. Although, interestingly enough, I didn't really think Cobi's was a budget place. We ordered a lot of stuff. Our bill was not all that much less than it normally is. It was not a cheap meal.
Well, let's talk about the price point, because we did have 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
We did have a good amount of drinks, which drives the bill up.
Yeah.
And it was about $500, right?
It was $500. It was
before tip?
Pretty much, yeah, $500 before tip. So after tip, $600.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Per person, that's $150 a person.
Yeah, we did order heavy.
Right. That's part of our shtick, but for $150 a person, this isn't necessarily in Bib Gourmand category anymore. It's not a budget. If you go there and you order 1 or 2 things and have a drink, you're still going to spend $70, $80, $90.
Yeah.
It's not going to feel like you're getting a real deal here.
You don't think that's Bib Gourmand category still? Like under 100?
We've been to Michelin places where the price point was the same as tonight. For Santa Monica, it's cheap for Santa Monica.
That's true.
It's
cheap
for Santa
it
Monica.
is.
But Santa Monica, it's like Vegas, you know? They like keep jacking up the prices. They keep nickel and diming on everything. And look at all these restaurants and businesses are closing.
Right. That's why it's dead.
Yeah. That's not the only reason why it's dead. It's definitely dead because of the things that people are complaining about. Crime, homelessness, just overall.
It's not worse than the rest of the city. They're being crybabies about it.
Think so?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's because Santa Monica is its own city. It's not the city of Los Angeles. It's the city of Santa Monica. They have their own structure. So whatever regulations or rules they have going on is preventing these businesses from doing well.
I think the reason the promenade is dead is the corporate rents like just went through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Like commercial rent owned by, I don't know who it's owned by. Probably Rick Caruso, but I don't know. But when you jack up the rent too much and the only thing you got in there are chains because they're the only ones who can support that or like pay for that, you're going to kill any individual, any personality of that area. It's just gone.
Yeah.
It's like there's a Starbucks, there's like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's corporate
what,
chains.
You know?
They're swapping, but even the corporate chains are doing poorly.
Right? Even the corporate chains are moving out, which
Right,
is
that tells you
really
something.
telling
That
you
tells
something.
you something. Well, because the
Ridiculous.
people that are going to the promenade to shop and do this, they don't want to eat at McDonald's. They want to eat at a little bit of a more quality place.
Yeah.
And they just don't have that anymore.
You know, they even closed their freaking Nordstrom down there.
Yeah, I was in that Nordstrom recently. It was rough.
Wow.
Oh, anyways,
Yeah.
back to Kobe's.
Kobe's, yes. Yes.
So Kobe's, we were really excited. The food looks awesome on Instagram. All the socials, you see all these photos, you see the fish, the Southeast Asian flavors. It all looked really, really good. So we were excited.
And one of the owners calls herself like a curry fiend. Like she just loves curry. Like it doesn't matter what kind of curry or where.
Yeah.
She just freaking loves it. And they go and travel around. It's a husband and wife duo who own this place. And they travel around and try all these curries and research them and try and make them like as good as possible. And I too love curry.
I mean, you gotta love curry to have a curry pop-up. That's how this all started. Curry pop-up. I never went to the curry pop-up. But I love the pandemic pop-up. There's so many amazing places now in LA because of the pandemic pop-up.
It's like a class, almost like a high school class, basically, like pandemic class restaurant.
A lot of these pop-ups have found a brick and mortar either through investors or through just saving up because the pop-up was doing well. Some of them closed, some of them are thriving. Kobe's, we went on a Wednesday night. It was packed.
Yeah.
It was loud in there, it was vibrant, and it seemed like a restaurant that was really, really busy and doing really, really well. So for Santa Monica, that's pretty good right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, walking up, you could see how packed it was. They have tables all along the sidewalk as you walk in on two sides of the building, and they were all full. Every single one of them, I think. And they have some nice heaters out there. So it's like, it's nice. You are right on the street though. So, you know, but if you really want to eat there, it's great that they have those available.
Yeah, it seemed like all of those were two people, high top tables. There's a awesome patio inside that is also technically outdoors, and it was kind of chilly in there, but that patio was dope.
Yeah, the patio was cool.
Felt like a jungle.
Yeah, it had like bamboo walls, kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
like bamboo fence.
I actually didn't even realize that patio existed because when you walk in and you turn left, you're in the main dining room. If you turn right, you're in the patio. And I just, until I went to the bathroom, didn't know it was there. And then immediately it was like, I want to sit there. I don't want to be sitting in the main dining room.
Yeah, so the main dining room was covered on three walls with a pink, floral, very maximalist wallpaper.
Yeah.
Something more akin to like a cushion or a couch pattern, maybe from the 80s or 90s.
It was very 80s.
I think my
80s.
parents actually had a couch that kind of had this kind of design on it.
The only thing that was missing from this wallpaper was the plastic sheet that the grandparents would cover the couch with.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you know, if you like kitsch, you'll love it.
Yeah, it was kitschy. It was kitschy, for sure.
And then the other thing was the ceiling of where you walk in, you see the bar, and that's before you go left and right to the patio or to the dining room. It had all these like upside down hanging fabric flowers. And all I could think of is this one Reddit that I love, actually, but it's called Horrible to Clean.
Oh, boy.
That's all I could think about. It's like, you can't clean that.
Yeah.
And it definitely catches all that nice black Los Angeles dust in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just, like, the difference between that patio and the main dining room was so different. It felt like two different places.
Yeah.
It, like, one felt really modern and cool and kind of like you're in this, like, secret jungle setting, and then the other one felt like you were at grandma's house in Big Bear.
One thing I did like was the blue toilet and urinal.
Blue's a choice.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, I also felt like the dining room felt small. It felt cramped.
Yes.
We did have a small table. Everything was, it's not like the tables were too close together. It didn't feel cramped in that way. The low ceiling, you just felt caved in there.
See, I thought maybe I was feeling that way because our table was so small, but that's why I asked you for those pictures of the interior that you took, because I'm like, is it in my brain that it was cramped or was it actually? And I did take a look at it, and the tables are very close together.
You think so?
They are, yeah. They've done a good job of like jigsawing them so that they like maybe feel a little bit further apart, but you're kind of elbow to elbow.
Yeah. The type of food that they're serving and the type of vibe they're trying to bring, I think it's okay. But for me, it just felt a little bit claustrophobic.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Though the noise level was actually really nice for me. There was some music. It was very low, but because it was a low ceiling and there was a rug on the floor and curtains on the window.
Yeah, sound dampening
things.
Yeah.
So it felt lively. It felt like people were having a good time, having good conversations, but it didn't feel like echoey where it just like it's like, oh, overwhelming.
I think you're going to have a good time when you go here as far as the vibe is concerned. It's got a high energy. It doesn't feel like a dull place. It was a young crowd, I would say. Although I did see a few older people in there, but I think this is a young crowd kind of place.
I would agree, yeah.
Yeah. We were not offered any kind of advice on the drinks menu or really even asked about the drinks.
No, he didn't ask us
Yeah.
at all. And we had to be like, actually, can we order some drinks before we order our food?
Yeah.
Which was weird, and like that definitely put me off balance as well.
I think what happened, like our friends got there first. They already had drinks. We were maybe 5 minutes behind them. And when we all got sat, we didn't have drinks. They already had drinks. He wanted to go right into the spiel. He noticed that they had drinks. So he kind of forgot about us and started going into the food stuff. And we're like, wait a minute, we want to order drinks. And we were trying to catch up.
Yeah.
We were in a rush to catch up.
Yeah.
So I was not wanting to really have a long spiel about the drinks. I wanted a drink. I was thirsty.
Yeah, I was thirsty too.
The cocktail portion of this drinks menu was the most inviting for me. I didn't even think about wanting to order the wine because as soon as I saw some of the drinks, I was like, okay, this is what I want with this type of food. I think because they don't have a liquor license, that's kind of straps them into having wine, and a lot of places that have a beer and wine license are doing these wine-based cocktails, and I think that is the way to go.
I've just had a lot of wine-based cocktails that were not good or not creative at all or just kind of meh.
Yeah, I guess this isn't a place you go to for drinks.
You mean any drinks?
It's not what their focus is.
Yeah.
Their focus is on their food. The drinks are there, and depending on what you order, you're going to be happy or not. They're just not as passionate, I think, about it.
Yeah.
They're passionate about their curries. They're passionate about the curries.
Honestly, I think in the future, I'd get a beer.
Yeah.
They had a nice little selection of like Asian beers.
Yeah, and I think the beer grows great with this. Any kind of cold, fizzy drink. A lot of the food is spicy. It's got lots of flavor, lots of aroma. Wine is really, you have to be really good, a really good somm to be able to pick wines to pair with this kind of food. Mm-hmm. I had the sour cherry fizz, which was soju and Luxardo cherries, a little soda. It was cold and crisp and delicious and not too sweet. Just like the perfect thing to have with your appetizers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Felt like summer beverage.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Refreshing. Mm-hmm. Cut the spice on a lot of the sambals and stuff like that.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good choice.
So we ordered a bunch of food. There was 4 of us. We wanted to order heavy, and I think we ordered like 9 or 10 savory things. And I do like the way that they coursed it. They gave us like 3 appetizers and then 3 of the curries and then 3 of the mains. It's kind of like a boom, boom, boom. So we ordered the scallops, the curry puffs, and the crispy pork belly salad. That came first. Then we got the rendang, the oxtail masaman, and the butter chicken. That was round 2. And then round 3 was their short rib, their dry-aged bronzino, and the rice.
So first we had the scallops on the half shell, which came with nam jim tale, lime, and sambal mata. These were so nice. They were the raw scallop, obviously, and with the sambals and the sauces that they had on them, they felt very like of the DNA of what Cobi's is, incorporating different cuisines and different spices, and they were just really nicely balanced, sour, spicy. They had a lot of allium in them. It was really, really nice. Like, this is how you want to eat raw seafood.
I like that they put 2 different condiments on the scallops, so you felt like you were getting 2 dishes in one. And I liked both of them in a different way. One was a little bit more herbaceous, one was a lot more garlic and chili forward. They were both spicy, but one was definitely spicier than the other one. And it was great. Super, super solid way to start the meal. Really, really like got your appetite going. Mm-hmm. This is a good appetizer. With the scallop came the curry puffs, and those were split pea curry with potatoes, pickled onions, a little tamarind ketchup. These are really nice, really flaky and crispy and buttery. I thought that I wanted a little bit more filling. I really loved the tamarind ketchup, and I think these are a really great appetizer as well if you want something a little bit more heavy and deep fried. Like, this is a perfect kind of appetizer, and vegetarian.
I agree with everything you said. I think going along with that, I felt like the potatoes were a little big, but I think what would have fixed that was actually would be having more split pea in there.
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit more balanced. But these were really fun. Love a little curry in there. And yeah, the ketchup was fantastic. Yeah. I stole it for the rest of our meal.
Yeah, I love anything tamarind. They used a lot of tamarind on a lot of the sauces here, and it really works well.
Yeah.
Super acidic and tart.
Speaking of tamarind, though,
yeah,
the next thing we had also had tamarind in it.
Ton of tamarind.
It was the crispy pork salad, which also had Asian pear, Thai basil, and tamarind chili glaze. I thought the pork in this was great. Crispy as advertised, and the glaze was great. The Asian pears had great flavor, but they were a little big. And it was hard for me to get all the elements on my fork at the same time, which when you did get them all together, it was lovely.
Yeah, as a person with a larger mouth, I didn't have too many problems here. I do agree that the pear was bigger. It was the same size cubes as the pork. So you're kind of like, if you want to get a bite of each in one bite, it could be a lot. For me, I was like kind of a savage about it and just like shoveling it in my mouth because I thought it was amazing.
Well, the thing about pear versus pork, the pork is nice and like soft.
Yeah.
The pear is very hard. So
it wasn't that hard.
compared to the pork, it's
Okay,
It's
yeah,
very
compared
hard.
to the pork, yeah.
so whereas pork can, compress and like fit in your mouth, if you can't fit the pear, you can't fit the pear. Like that's all there is to it. You're done. Yes, I do have a small mouth. That is true. I have a very small mouth. I've had 8 teeth pulled because I have a very small mouth.
You've had 8 teeth pulled? How did I not know about that?
I don't know. 4 when I was in 3rd grade and 4 wisdom teeth because my mouth couldn't.
Oh, yeah,
fit
I mean,
'em.
I had wisdom teeth pulled too.
Okay, well, the other 4 are really the ones that are like
But
surprising.
Shouldn't the teeth pulling make more room?
Yeah, it made more room for my teeth that I already had.
No, but you lost the wisdom teeth. That's more room for pork and pear.
It doesn't make the volume bigger.
I disagree. I think it could make the volume bigger.
That's not.
All right, we're going to have to test this theory next time. We'll go back, we'll order the salad, we'll see how much of it can fit in your mouth.
You should have seen me in 3rd grade. I had like 2 rows of teeth, like shark teeth.
Like a mutant animal.
Because they couldn't fit. Because my mouth is so small. I was the first person in my grade with braces.
I never had braces.
I know, you're lucky. You have good mouth.
That's right. You better believe it. I would order this salad every time. It's delicious. It's for me. The Thai basil with the tamarind glaze, it was fantastic. It was a bit heavy on the onions. I don't like onions that are raw like that, so I kind of picked around them. But other than that, fantastic. Very flavorful.
And I'll just say, to give a contrasting opinion, I do love raw onions or onions in any way. So the onions were great for me.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Enjoy your raw onions.
I did. And then you had to kiss me
raw,
after.
Raw onions, they're so gross.
I did go through a time in my life where I didn't prefer them. And my mom would have to pick them off of food for me.
Yeah, I would always pick it out.
But once I saw the light, my life changed for the better. And now,
I think,
onions all the way.
well, once I've had a caramelized onion or a crispy onion, why would I ever want a raw one?
Because they do different jobs.
No, it doesn't do any kind of job. The only job it does is make your breath smell.
Smell good.
Get out of here.
It's good for you. High sulfur foods are really good for your gut biome.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And some people say it's not. Who am I to believe? I'll ask ChatGPT. It knows everything. So the way this food menu is broken down, the biggest section is these curries. But it's every curry ever. There's like 8 of them, and they're all from different places. So you're either, if you want Thai curry, if you want Indian curry, or Malaysian curry, Indonesian curry,
Yeah.
you're going to get your fix.
Yep.
We had 3 curries. Rendang, masaman, and butter chicken. I think the only reason we ordered the butter chicken is because they said this is kind of their signature. Everyone orders it. The building used to house this Indian restaurant, and the butter chicken was very famous there.
Also, it doesn't surprise me that Santa Monica loves butter chicken.
That's true.
Like, as a basic white girl, I too love butter chicken.
She couldn't even get the words out. It was difficult.
Well, I was gonna curse, but trying to keep it PG here. Like, I get it. It's tasty. Has a bunch of butter in it, so of course it tastes good.
Yeah. It's the crowd pleaser. You got to get the butter chicken. Everyone gets the butter chicken.
Yeah.
It is a very standard butter chicken.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything about this butter chicken that moved my world.
Yeah, it was a butter chicken. And here's the thing. That's like what I wrote down. I'm like, it's a butter chicken. Butter chicken, even when it's bad, is pretty good. And this one wasn't bad, so it was great. It's good.
I didn't think it was that good either.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad.
There's better butter chicken in town. There's better butter chicken in Santa Monica. I think of the 3 curries, the butter chicken was my least favorite.
It's probably my least favorite, too.
Okay.
I had qualms with the rendang.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was expecting a little bit more of like a dark meaty flavor. It felt very rich, but like that kind of umami you get from like really roasting the crap out of it.
Yeah.
I was like missing a little bit of that depth, though they
Yeah.
had some.
I mean, rendang is usually the most rich and fatty of the curries that you're ever going to order. It was good. So I was looking at the brunch menu. on Cobi's, and they have these roti wraps. And I basically created this with my rendang because we ordered roti with the curries, which is on the side. And I took some rendang and the coconut sambal that it came with and the other sambal it came with, and I made myself like a little wrap. And that's what's on the brunch menu. So if you eat it that way, fantastic.
Oh man, with an egg in a wrap, that'd be amazing.
I think that might be an option.
Okay, yeah, I'd do that. And the sambal was totally, like, that was integral. Like, you had to have absolutely. The sambal to cut that richness.
Yeah, this sambal was sambal ijo. And it was super heavy on the kaffir lime.
Yeah.
A lot of kaffir lime, a lot of herbaceousness. Spicy, but not too bad at all. The only thing about this beef rendang, and every time I've had beef rendang, it's like nice big hunks of beef. This was really shredded.
Yeah.
It was almost like pulled beef. It was too shredded. It was just, the texture was not it for me.
Yeah, it makes it feel mushy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, it looks nice in that big bowl. It shares really well because you just kind of pass around this bowl. But if you don't have rice, if you don't have the roti, and you just order this and you just have this kind of like shredded meat on a plate, the fact that it doesn't come with roti and this is just what you would get if you didn't order other stuff, you gotta have this with rice. You gotta have this with roti, something.
Yeah.
But it's not on the menu that way. And I think that they just need to the server should recommend that you order a rice or something with it, and he did. And we did have rice and roti, so just something to note. I think you can't order this without having some sort of condiment and side dish.
We did get the sambal sampler, and it actually did have this sambal that came with it in the sampler as well. So, I don't know. It felt kind of weird that was how it was, because I'm like, well, we just paid extra for all these little samplers, but then also it comes with one, and I don't know. Do you think that was weird?
I don't think it's weird. The sambal sampler is 6 different sambals, right? So these are the sambals they have already that are on different dishes. So if you didn't order the rendang, you could still get this sambal. Yeah. It's just so that you can have all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would order the sambal sampler again, knowing that sambals are coming with these dishes, because you don't need all of them.
Right.
And after having a experience at another restaurant that had a few house-made sambals that were complimentary, it kind of felt, I guess I didn't like that we had to pay for them. I'd rather them just be like a part of the table. I know that costs them more money and that isn't really the most cost-effective way to do things, but give me 2 or 3 sambals, make them complimentary, tell them to pair it with all the food. I think that's more interesting than here's all 6 of these. Once I tell you all 6 of them, you don't remember all of them.
No.
Maybe you remember 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Some of them were spicy.
Right, and like I couldn't, maybe I'm just dumb. I couldn't remember which ones were spicy and which ones weren't. So like more than once I like gagged myself taking way too much of one of the spicier ones.
Well, sometimes gagging is good and sometimes it's not. And in this case, it was not. Once you have the spiciest one, the habanero vinegar, all the other ones kind of taste spicy now. Even it just, it doesn't go away.
Yeah, it just layers.
Yeah, and everything was spicy. The scallop had the spicy thing. The beef rendang sambal was spicy. The crispy pork belly, that wasn't that spicy.
Nah, yeah.
But all the food here is spicy, so it all kind of starts tasting spicy, even if it isn't.
Though I did find that different dishes had like very disparate spice levels, and I actually forgot to write that down, but it was something that I noticed that like we were not told what the spice level was of anything except for the things on the menu that are supposed to be really spicy.
Well, the things that are really spicy on the menu have a chili symbol next to it, so you should have some sort of understanding about.
Right, but I'm saying we didn't order any of those things.
No?
But some of the things we did order were either no spice, like the rice was no spice.
Right.
And then other things were like medium or even almost high. Yeah. You know, maybe the high side of medium, we'll say. And it's like there's no differentiation between them. I don't know. I guess I just assume that at a place that will have spicy food, everything will be about the same level if they don't offer you a choice.
I think because all the cuisine types are kind of interlaced with each other, there's like some is more spicy than others. It's kind of a mishmash because it's not just Thai food. It's not just Vietnamese food or Indonesian food. It's all of these things and none of these things. And it kind of works and it doesn't work sometimes. But what's interesting to me is the butter chicken wasn't spicy at all.
Exactly. That was the one I was thinking about because
Yeah.
I always get my butter chicken quite spicy.
Yeah, I wanted spicy. This wasn't spicy.
Yeah. So there's no way to foresee that if you're going here for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I would skip the sambal sampler and just ask which ones are spicy, which ones are not. A lot of the dishes come with a sambal or a condiment of some kind. Just keep them.
Yeah.
Don't let them take away your condiments.
Yeah. That's probably the best play here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the last curry, I think, was my favorite.
The oxtail.
Yeah.
But you like masaman.
I like masaman a lot. I like the nice warm spices that are in it. You know, it's a lot of cinnamon and like allspice, cardamom, that kind of stuff. So it's just, I don't know, I find it very warming and comforting.
Yeah.
And this one was so interesting because it had this really strong, like, shrimp paste flavor to it.
Yeah, there was definitely a shellfish element to this.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me, of the shrimp paste I put in my kimchi.
Yeah.
So that was a very nice little recognizable old friend flavor.
Yeah, and what's nice is they add the shrimp paste into this curry and it gets roasted, so the flavor really, really deepens and gets intense. And I thought it really went well with oxtail.
Yeah.
I love oxtail.
Yeah.
They just added this to the menu. This is new, and they said it's becoming one of the more popular dishes, and I definitely see why. It was delicious. It was braisy and unctuous, and I mean, there's some crispy kale on top there that take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Just like a little garnish. It said there were potatoes. There was very little potatoes. You're really just getting these two nice hunks of oxtail.
Yeah. And the texture of the sauce itself was very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, like just silky on the tongue.
One thing about this, if you're going with a group of 4, tough to share. It's on the bone, 2 big oxtail, and there isn't a whole lot of meat on an oxtail. And you just have like forks because for some reason we weren't giving knives or like proper utensils for some of this stuff. And I'm just trying to like get some of this meat out with a little fork, and to do that in a way that was nice and clean wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And I could see the person across from me also struggling. So it wasn't just me being inept.
You're not inept, honey. You're very apt.
Very apt. Thank you. At some things I'm apt.
Well, I would say on food things, mostly.
I would hope. Spend this many years cooking. I feel like we ordered maybe one dish too many. I was starting to feel kind of full by the time the mains already came. So I would say coming here, if you're going with 4 people, 5 to 6 things is probably solid. 9 is, I think, is a little bit overkill. I think if we had ended the meal after the curries and gotten the dessert, everyone would have felt great.
I see.
We got 3 additional things.
Yeah.
We didn't finish all of it, but it kind of like, that was when I figured out how much of everything we need. So I think 5 to 6 items is where you want to be at with 4 people.
Yeah.
2 people, I think 3 or 4 things.
Yeah.
Like 2 appetizers, 2 curries, and a dessert. You're going to feel great.
2 curries or 1 curry, 1 large format.
Yeah. Because I think the 1 or 2 of these large formats you really shouldn't miss.
Yes.
So the beef short rib came out. It was like 2 really nice hunks of beef short rib on the bone, really charred. Came with this Thai basil salad with peanuts and onions. Was there onions on it? Did I make that up?
I don't know because I didn't have any of it because I didn't see it. which I'm salty about because it would have been great with the
Didn't
dish.
see what?
Like, I didn't realize that it was more than just a little garnish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's why I saw your note about the peanuts. I'm like, the peanuts are all over it. You got it in your mouth.
On the side.
It wasn't on the well,
yes,
okay.
it was. It was literally on the side. There were a bunch of bones between it and the meat. So I'm thinking you just have the meat and you dip it in the sauce and like you're done.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm dumb. It's fine.
The bones kind of created this wall barrier for the Thai basil salad.
Yeah.
And you needed to eat a piece of the beef with the Thai basil salad together, and it was fantastic. It was tender and braisy and sweet and glazy, and it was all the things you want in a beef short rib. It was delicious.
Yeah, the meat was really nicely. Oh, that like crackle on the outside.
Yeah, really good.
So good.
And again, tamarind and chili make their way back into another one of the dishes. It seems like all of our favorite dishes that we had tonight had tamarind.
Well, we are sour fiends.
Yeah. A little kind of roasted peanuts on there on the short rib. A lot of fish sauce on the Thai basil. It was kind of really traditional, like fish sauce, lime juice, sugar, chilies, garlic, tossed in Thai basil, tamarind, chili, short rib. Delicious.
I like that they had that Thai basil salad on a few things.
Yeah.
Because, like, the flavors all meld together really well. Like, it works on different dishes as an accompaniment. I like that a lot.
Yeah, because on the pork belly, too, it's kind of this unctuous, meaty, braisy meat that has a lot of fat. Short rib is the, pork belly of beef.
Well, and then they even had some on the bronzino as well,
That's true.
which I also enjoyed with it.
This was it was a knockout. It was a knockout. I thought it was a great dish.
Yeah. However, it was not my number one. Mm-hmm. Not because it was bad, just because the bronzino was so good. So it came with yellow curry, like a yellow curry sauce, mint, cilantro, and Thai basil. As we were discussing, that's the Thai basil salad that was dressed nicely. The fish skin was so crispy and light. And the flesh, like the actual meat, was super, super tender, great flavor, seasoned nicely. And the sauce was super creamy, also seasoned perfectly, a little bit tart, but a little bit spicy. It just had everything going for it,
Yeah. Most of the dishes on the menu felt a little street food like, and this was very much more felt like a composed, elevated restaurant dish. Really nice sauce work. The skin and the fish cook was absolutely perfect. Dry aged that skin. You can't get skin that good on fish without dry aging it. It's very challenging. So you really, really can tell. I think that if you love fish, you should order this dish. And I love fish.
I think even if you don't love fish, you would be pretty happy because it doesn't taste fishy at all. It tastes so clean, like just really nice
Yeah.
meat flavor.
I think if you don't love fish, you're not happy.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Or you haven't had good fish.
Yeah. A lot of people have had only bad fish. And man, there's a lot of really good fish in this town.
Yes.
You really should go seek it out. And this is a perfect example. The curry itself was really nice. And I usually don't like coconut-based curries or curries that are really light and yellow. I'm more of like a dark curry or a green curry, something that has a lot of kick. This was really, really lovely.
Yeah. I mean, I adore my yellow curry. That or masamon is normally what I order. So this was right in my sweet spot anyway.
Yeah. One note, did find a bone or two. It happens. But it doesn't happen as often as I think it would. So there was a couple of bones.
Anytime you're eating fish, it always pays to be just a little bit cautious.
Yeah. It's the risk.
Yeah.
And it's not a whole fish. You just get a half fillet, boneless fillet. There shouldn't be any bones in it. You should be able to eat the whole thing. So these are tiny little like pin bones that I've cleaned a lot of bronzino in my day, and sometimes you miss one or two because they're so microscopically small. So I'm not going to fault them for it, but it happened. Gotta mention it. Now, I want to know, before we go into the nasi goreng, roti queen of this household, how was their roti?
I thought it was pretty great. Not too greasy. Really, really nice. I don't know. It was light. It was hot. Good flavor.
Yeah. I thought it was one of the best rotis that I've had in LA.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of greasy roti.
This roti was really nice. Really nice to eat. Perfect accompaniment, especially for the beef rendang. I don't think you need it as much for like the butter chicken or the masaman, you know.
I think I would have loved to have had this roti with the fish.
Ooh.
You get the bronzino, you order a side of roti, and you make like a little roti taco situation with the Thai basil and the mint, a little piece of fish, and make a little fish taco. Yeah, that's the move.
What I wish, and I know like roti and naan and breads like that, they take time to make. So I understand why they don't do this, but I kind of wish that like you just got like a hand bread, like a flatbread of some type, paratha or roti or naan or something. Just go with the whole meal, honestly. You know, the way they used to do like chips and salsa at Mexican restaurants, or like, you know, buns or baguettes at like an Italian or a French restaurant. That's kind of gone by the wayside, I assume, because of economic
Cost,
reasons.
Yeah. I had the age of the free bread plate is waning. There's very, very few places where you're getting complimentary bread. Or, you know, chips and salsas, I think, more affordable than bread. Bread, I think, is expensive, especially if you're making it in-house.
Yeah, like I said, I understand why they don't do it, but I wish they did.
I hear you. We ordered it. You got 2 roti for $5, which I think is a pretty good deal. I thought we were going to get 1 roti for $5, so 2 for $5 is actually pretty solid.
I know. The thing is, I could easily have 1 to 2 orders myself throughout this meal.
Absolutely.
I do want to eat it with everything.
I think it should be ordered if you come here no matter what.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Have it on the table.
Yeah.
It goes with so much stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you order. You'll find something to eat it with for sure.
Yeah. The nasi goreng is their kind of fried rice dish. It comes with a fried egg. You can have the option to add a meat to it. It also has a sambal and some long beans. Now, this rice was so underwhelmingly boring.
Yeah.
It was under-seasoned. It was greasy. The egg was nice. Other than that, it just didn't taste like much. We had all these other sambals on the table. You needed those to be able to enjoy this rice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm generally very wary of rice dishes, and this is the poster child for why. It just tends to happen, I feel like, more with rice. I don't know why that is, but, you know, apparently there was sambal inside this dish, which is shocking to me because I could not tell at all.
No, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough flavor.
Yeah.
I don't hate rice the way you hate rice.
I don't hate rice.
I don't have as okay. What's a real
I'm prejudiced against rice.
You're prejudiced against rice?
Yeah, because this happens not infrequently.
I don't agree with that. It happens to you because of how you feel about rice.
So you're saying it's confirmation bias?
I think so. I think that I love rice dishes a lot. It takes a lot for me to be disappointed by a rice dish. It takes very little for you to be disappointed by a rice dish.
Yeah,
I think that's the difference here.
So in this case, you're full-throated.
I just didn't like it. I think because I had to add stuff. Here's my fix. It doesn't come with a side of sambal, and you have that sambal sampler. Give me a choice of sambal. Put 3 of them on there, and I can have it with it so I can mix it in, especially if I'm going to order it with a meat. Maybe the meat will help because it's flavorful.
Maybe, but that could also just add more fat, which was basically all I was getting from it anyway.
Yeah, it was a greasier fried rice than what I normally am used to, which is saying a lot because fried rice is a greasy dish.
It came with a prawn cracker. Which,
oh, yeah, the prawn cracker.
I thought the flavor was good, but it was kind of hard to break it off. But taste-wise, it was good.
Yeah, it was sharp. You can use it as a shiv.
It tasted good.
It tasted great.
Yummy shiv.
Usually a shrimp cracker is very light and airy. This was like dense and, powerful.
Yeah. But, that said, it didn't like hurt my teeth or anything. It was just surprising. I was surprised.
It was thick too. It was thicker than a tortilla.
Yeah.
And a lot harder than a tortilla. I didn't really understand its purpose in the rice.
Yeah.
Unless you're supposed to use it as a spoon. You could use it as a spoon.
Eat the rice. That would add a little salt to it.
A little umami.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we ate it wrong.
Yeah, maybe that was on us.
No, that rice wasn't good. That wasn't on us. We didn't like it. At the end of the day, we didn't like it. No one at the table liked it.
Yeah.
We loved a lot of the things we ordered. We're not going to love everything.
Yeah.
This was one of the things we didn't love. I can't condone anyone ordering it. And it's on their brunch menu.
Huh.
I actually think I didn't like it more for brunch because it's got the egg, order it with the meat. We're on dessert.
Let's
talk about dessert. Thai tea pudding. It's not pudding.
It's not pudding?
This was not pudding. This was custard.
Yeah, it was custardy, yeah.
It had flan-like vibes.
I was thinking the Italian one.
Panna cotta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. With the boba on top.
Yeah.
Didn't really... Yeah, it was kind of bland.
Well, it says it had lemongrass in it. I didn't really get that from it.
Not much. It didn't come through a lot. I think they probably steeped the lemongrass in with the custard a little bit. But the Thai tea flavor was just not it for me. It was not prominent.
Yeah.
It just, on paper, it sounds so great.
It does. And part of the issue is the boba pearls were just a bit too soft. They were not at that optimal QQ. It was close, but no cigar.
Yeah, I think I would skip next time, especially because the shaved ice dessert was much better.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Fire. Wasn't expecting this. It wowed me. It blew my socks off.
There's a lot of textures.
Yeah, I really liked that. Shaved ice, and then you had like popping boba is what they call it, with the passion fruit inside, and you had the coconut cube jellies, which also were a different texture, and then you had the tofu cream on the bottom. It was just, I loved it.
Yeah, and the strawberry basil shaved ice. I love shaved ice. It was great.
Yeah.
There's one thing in here, and we could not figure it out, but it kind of tasted like shiitake mushroom, and it was one of the jelly things.
I don't know if I just got a different part, but I never came across that.
Yeah, me and one of the people we were eating with both had a bite of it, and we're like, oh, it kind of tastes like mushroom. What is that? I would say this is definitely the better of the two desserts we have. There's also a soft serve, which we didn't get because there was a group of 4. It's hard to share a soft serve with 4 people. This was great to share.
Yeah.
But all the desserts were very light. None of them have any kind of like bread or starch, and none of them are like really, really heavy. They're very like palate cleanser desserts.
It was surprising how far the amount in the desserts went. Like, we didn't finish either of them, and they weren't that big. And I think that definitely you can split the shaved ice at least between 2 people. I mean, same for the Thai tea, really. Like, they are splittable, even though they look small.
I think if we didn't order 9 things, you'd feel differently.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, we didn't finish it. We had 9 or 10 other things.
I don't know. I felt like I had a good amount of both of these.
I had enough bites to really know which one I loved and which one I hated. Okay, hated is a strong word, but I love Thai tea, and this was the first Thai tea dessert I've ever ordered that I didn't like.
Yeah.
So that was surprising to me. The shaved ice, fantastic.
Yeah.
Keep that on the menu.
And the strawberry flavor in the shaved ice, it came through so nicely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So that's it. We didn't order any coffee or any other beverages. Oh, wait. I forgot about the other beverage I ordered.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say mine either.
All right. I had a calamansi gimlet. It had soju and lime, cucumber. I thought it was really tasty, but it wasn't cold enough. It was served up in a coupe. I wanted this over rice. I thought it needed to be a little bit colder.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it had really nice sour calamansi flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought your drink that you ordered, also a calamansi drink, was the non-alcoholic version of this, and also really delicious.
Yeah, so they say it has citrus, honey, cucumber, and soda water.
Similar.
Just a great little calamansi kind of soda thing. It was super refreshing. They really had that nice bite of the calamansi, though mine was a little bit sweeter than yours. And I wish it had been more on your drink's sourness level. But even that said, it was still very, very enjoyable. And the cucumber and the calamansi actually went great together. I was a little wary of that, but
yeah,
top marks. It was great.
Great pairing.
Yeah.
Great pairing. All right. So, unfortunately, all the awesome positive stuff that we said about the food, it is kind of where the positivity ends with this restaurant, because there was a lot of issues we had with the service.
For me, the biggest thing, I think, was the lack of knives, like dinner knives. I more than once ended up having to use my thumb to push it onto my fork. I think at some point my spoon got cleared and it never got replaced because I looked around the table, everyone else had a spoon. I did not have a spoon, so I kind of had to steal one from one of the share dishes. It makes you feel unmoored when you don't have the tools you need for the food that you have.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think I had a lot of issues with the bussers and the team the overall front of the house team. I thought the training isn't there. It's not as good as it could have been an off night or whatever it is, but there was just so many small misses that they had that they need to clean up. For instance, they asked us if we wanted our plates cleared for the next course, which I appreciated that they asked. You don't need to ask, just clear them. You know you're going to need to clear them. Who's going to say no? But they go to clear our plates. Instead of clearing our plates first and our silverware first, they bring new plates and new silverware. And now one at a time, they're putting new silverware down, taking old stuff away. Sometimes the dirty stuff ended up on the table. They put my dirty utensils on my new clean plate as part of the overall reset.
Which totally defeats the purpose.
It's just not proper training. If you're a floor manager here, you should be noticing things like that. You should catch it. You should train your staff how to reset a table. And another thing, you're sitting here, I hand you a spoon, I put it on your plate with the spoon facing away from you, the upside down. They did that multiple times. It's so lazy. They just walk around, place the spoon properly.
So it's ready to be picked up.
Yeah. Or flip the spoon. I just don't understand why they would do that other than I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing it the right way.
Yeah, I don't know.
So those kind of misses is just, to me, very easily fixable stuff. It wasn't oh, I'm not paying attention. It's just resetting plates. Anyone could do that properly.
Yeah.
They just didn't do it properly. Also, the servers. We had 2 servers. It's a bit of a challenge when that happens. One server has to clock out and leave. A new server comes in to take care of your table. They may have not communicated everything. Also, I've spent time getting to know my server. Now I have to spend time getting to know a new server. They have to get to know us. I don't think that transition was all that great.
Well, in that situation, I always appreciate it when your first server gives you a heads up, right? It's hey guys, my shift ends at this time, and, my associate, whoever, is going to be taking care of you.
Yeah, he disappeared. We never saw him.
Yeah, just gone.
Yeah. Our first server, we're going through the food. He does his spiel. He tells us his favorites. He did a pretty good job of giving a breakdown of the menu. I asked him what the portion sizes were. His answer was the food here is meant to be shared. And he didn't actually answer my question. And there was 4 of us, meant to be shared by 2 people, by 4 people, by 6 people. What do you mean? He didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
So I just didn't feel taken care of. They felt rushed. They felt like they were just trying to get us out of there and get our order in and go through the motions without really having a good time about it.
There are just so many tables in that room that we were in, and I felt like the whole service team was just rushing constantly.
Yeah. It felt out of sync.
Yeah.
The food came out really quickly.
Yeah.
I think we ordered within 2 minutes. 3 things came out as if we had ordered it 10 minutes ago. It was pretty crazy. But then the courses were fine. Like, I don't think we were paced out of the meal.
No.
Because sometimes they send food out quickly. They're trying to turn the table, whatever it is. I don't think we were the last table. It was a later reservation. Mm-hmm. But all in all, I just thought that the service from the server team felt impersonal. I thought the service from the floor team that was cleaning and changing plates was sloppy. I think one of my biggest pet peeves eating in restaurants is how plates are changed out and the changing of plates. Mm-hmm. It should be a seamless, easy experience. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to hear it. It just happens naturally.
Yeah.
It's communicated to the team, hey, the next course is coming. Let's clean out table 43. Let's get them new plates. You come in, you take the old plates away, you take all the stuff, you put clean stuff, then you bring the food. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes, some step in there gets missed or done improperly, and here everything just felt super sloppy and off.
When we first sat down, immediately, even our first interaction with our server was a little bit off. And I do understand that is because our dining companions we were there with did get there before us, and they did get drinks at the bar before we were seated. So we did not yet have drinks, and they did. And our server came up to us and basically just started talking about the food, and we kind of had to be like, slow down. Mm-hmm. Can we get some drinks? Which is just, it feels weird as a diner to have to like stop your server and be like, whoa, like, let's move back a couple steps. So that just like made things feel kind of weird and like off.
You should have more of a priority to get the 2 people at the table drinks. That should be the most important thing. Like, oh, let me get you guys caught up.
Right. Yeah.
It shouldn't be an afterthought. It should be the main thought. Like,
yeah.
I don't even want to hear about the food until you at least talk to me about the drinks or get me to, everyone's got drinks.
I think maybe part of it, we were sitting near the kitchen, so I think I was seeing people's faces as they were coming in and out to service tables, and like they were taking stuff in and out of the kitchen, and people just seemed very rushed. They seemed maybe stressed, and I felt like I was feeling that as a diner.
Yeah.
That feeling kind of worked its way onto me because I am seeing all these people. I mean, I probably saw 100 people go in and out of that doorway all night.
Yeah.
And if they all have this kind of like stressed look on their face, you get to internalize it.
Sure.
So I don't know, maybe I'm just projecting that or something, but that was my feeling on things. And it's also how I felt when we were talking to our servers. I felt like things were just going very quickly, and we didn't really get to have too much of a conversation with the server.
Yeah. I thought also they're dropping the food off. They're not describing it as well or as detailed. I had to like ask a few times, like, wait, what was that again? Or what was this again? It was very rushed. Everything felt very rushed about the service.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about Cobi's is great food, not so great service. That's kind of what Bib Gourmand is.
Yeah.
So Michelin kind of nailed it. They're like, yeah, your service is not really there, but your food is awesome.
Yeah.
So go there for the food. Don't expect great service.
So for Cobi's, we give them 2 taste buds. And the reason for that is it is a great neighborhood spot. This is something that Santa Monica desperately needs, and I'm glad that they have. The food is solid. The prices aren't too crazy, especially when you factor in that it's in Santa Monica. There are a few things that could warrant a 3. For example, the bronzino dish. That was 3 level. Unfortunately, there were a few dishes and some other things that would also pull it in the opposite direction, and that's why we are settling on a 2. The thing is, there are several similar places around the city in different neighborhoods that either do similar food or the same food and have the same quality or better.
Yeah.
So you can find that in other places around the city, but if you're in Santa Monica, this is a great place to have. This is a great place to stop.
Yeah, especially, Casilla closed, and that was a very, very similar type of cuisine as this, and they were really, really popular in that area. So Cobi's is really one of the more quality restaurants that has this type of cuisine in this part of town. But if it wasn't for the really good food, I would give this a 1 taste bud because the service was off-putting for me. If the service was good here and we had the food that we had that was good, it might creep into that 3 range. But we live in the valley. I'm not going to want to drive down to Santa Monica just to eat at Cobi's.
I would say it has that kind of feeling because they have so many seats in that restaurant.
Yeah.
It does have that kind of machine feel where they're getting you in, they're getting you out, they're getting you your food. And I do appreciate a place that is expedient, but they're not taking the few extra moments to personalize things or to really pay attention to the little details that just take the dining experience up a notch.
Yeah, I agree. I would love this for a takeout option. If I was living across the street, I'd be like, oh, let's pop in, we'll order it to go, we'll eat it at home. A lot of these things are really, really good to reheat.
Yeah.
We reheated some of the food the next day, and it reheated really, really well. All those curries that we took home, and that's something that's a strength for this type of restaurant. This is why it's a neighborhood spot. That's why a 2 is what we're giving it.
Yeah.
Hoppin' too the vibe in there was really fun.
Yeah.
We had a great dinner. We had a lot of laughs. You can be loud in there. You don't feel stuffy in there,
For sure. Yeah.
So, anyways, that's it. Cobi's 2 taste buds. Until next time. See you guys.
Bye.